Let's talk about Lightyear and Snoop Dogg. This is how we're going to start the video. We're going to do a little bit of a recap because it has been a minute since this story was a thing. Lightyear, big Pixar Disney project, bombed miserably. Nobody went and watched it. There's a lot of reasons why. All you need to know is that it bombed. One of the reasons that I think people didn't like, and I think one of the reasons why people started to look a little differently at Disney is because now it's up to the parent. You need to know what's going on. So it's almost like you have to watch it before you can show it to your kids. And I'm not looking for, any surprises when I'm going to the movies. I just want to go and enjoy the movie. And Snoop Dogg said something back at least, I think, August 25th of this year on a podcast. He got in a lot of trouble for this, too, where he talked about taking his grandchild to see Lightyear. And I think this went pretty far on the viral scale because of the fact that so many people related to what he had to say here.
Trying to see, what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Keke's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fucked me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Now, I think many people agree with that. That was a good take by him. Well, it's time for the humiliation ritual to begin, or your career is over. So Snoop Dogg has decided to put a show out that has the kind of stuff that he just criticized. So Snoop Dogg features LGBTQ couples in his children's show after criticizing Disney's content in Lightyear, partnering with the GLAAD organization to promote LGBTQ content in his children's show, not long after facing backlash for his comments calling out Disney over its LGBTQ content in Lightyear. And so the humiliation ritual begins. So after that happened, I guarantee you that Snoop reached out to some PR firm and they told him to do this. So now he's working with GLAAD, or GLAAD called him. Listen now, what you said resonated with too many people. So we need to do some changes. So now he's doing this whole show called Doggyland. And it's such a low production kid show. I definitely wouldn't let any of mine watch it now that I know what they're trying to do with it. Specifically with this song called Love is Love. At the end of the day, it's all about love. That's what we're teaching the kids with Love is Love. So there's this whole interview with this guy here where he goes over the song and they start talking about dad and mommy parents and stuff. The same thing he was criticizing Lightyear for, which is funny. But this is a humiliation ritual for him. He has to do this or he'll be cast out of Hollywood. Don't you have enough money at this point? I guess, you never have enough, but I mean, this guy could quit working completely today and his family would be set for generations. Generations, not just one or two. We're talking, they have enough to go for a long time if the family is responsible. But I guess not. So He has now sold his soul to this guy who has a personal story about being a nanny for 2 gay men. He talks about how they changed his life. He wanted to get in shape, so they personally trained him in more ways than one, I'm sure.
My kids program, Doggyland, presented me where's the song where it's teaching love is love. It's teaching parenthood. It's teaching the situations that kids and the world is going through right now in a beautiful way through song, dance, melody, and just trying to get more
furries, man. It's furries. Gay furries.
Understand.
And look at this. This is death row picture. Anybody that knows the history, like death row, like this is where death row is now, making gay content for kids. What a day.
And in clarity on how we live and the way we live. And I felt like
death row goes gay.
This music is a beautiful, bridge to bringing understanding. This is a program that we've been doing for years where we involve kids, and these are things that kids have questions about. So now hopefully we can help answer these questions.
But it doesn't end there. So now, parents that just wanted to have something for their kids to watch now have to do some extra work thanks to your show. The exact same thing that you talked about in your criticism of Lightyear. But that's the point. He has to do this.
Help them to live a happy life and understand that love is love.
Amen. I don't know if you know this, but I was a nanny in New York.
No, you
I bet.
wasn't. You wasn't no nanny. You probably was letting the kids do whatever they want.
I sure did.
Man.
I sure did. But I had like 8 jobs, and
Were you Jamaican? Because I have 3 jobs.
Well, I had 8. And one of them was being a nanny, and it was to 2 dads. And I grew up in Tennessee, so I had never really seen that before. And I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, I'm in New York, And but they had one son named Malcolm, and I was his nanny for about 2 years, and we formed a really big bond. And I was like, I don't know what I can possibly do for these 2 dads, because they kept finding ways to support me. They were like, because I also was
they were supporting him.
They were like, well, we'll also personal train with you, and then you can also help him with piano. They just wanted to support.
They just wanted to support him, so they did personal training with him. Probably the old Greek way, the old Greek way. So that's a very strange interview. But they go on to just talk about bringing this content out, and it's like, okay, well, I know why you're doing this, Snoop Dogg. Selling your soul just for a little bit of longer fame. I just don't get it, man. Death Row Records went from the top of rap to now making gay content for children. Amazing. What a world we live in. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.